Hello and welcome. I hope tonight finds everyone well. You'll have to bear with me. I am, in fact, finishing dinner because I'm incompetent. Um, yeah, you just spend them in the little corner on the setting. Yeah, that was the last stream for D Live. I mean, I can set it live if you want, but it's just gonna be on the go over someplace else stream. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Please, thank you. So yeah, I am glad we have a reaction first because I ate dinner early thinking, oh, well, then I'll get past the dinner sluggishness and we'll be fine. Only for me to suddenly get hungry again. So, excuse me while I have a little bit of cereal for dinner because that was fast and easy. Okay. Actually, Spartan? How are you reacting to me if D Live isn't on? Yeah, on fire seems pretty fitting. Thank you very much. Very appreciated. So, what are we planning for tonight? We've got one reaction. Brennan Herrera's Martini Henry video that I meant to watch before, followed by just Graveyard Keeper for tonight, which is another one of the games that was free, is currently free. I already had it, but that's not going to stop me from playing it again. They're not promoting me. I'm not sponsored by them, but I'm going to give them the coverage anyways because I like what they're doing, and apparently they're gearing up for a Graveyard Keeper 2 to come out. So I guess we're going to add Graveyard Keeper to our regular rotation while we wait for that to happen. Feels like his iPodcast. That's fine. Okay. We are going to do Zelda stuff, and maybe we'll switch to Zelda later tonight. But we're going to start with Graveyard Keeper and see where it goes. Ah. Okay. I hate YouTube. Discord's still not working? Discord should now be working. I think I fixed it. Okay, yay. All right, Brandon Herrera. The final boss of Cursed Gun.
All right.
That was the wrong speaker setup. All right. Let's see if this works the way it's supposed to, shall we? Stop snapping there. Oh, and I did actually come up with a good reason for us to play Schedule 1 sometime. Apparently, you can have the two different effects. One which just makes people explode, and one which turns them into zombies. And so, whenever I finally get Schedule 1, we're not going to be playing the normal way. We're going to be playing the mad scientist route. Our goal will not be to become a drug kingpin. Our goal will be to zombify and or explode the entire population. So that's something to look forward to. But like I said, not tonight, not what we're worried about. For now, Brandon Herrera with another Cursed Gun. And this is actually a Cursed Gun that appeared on Cursed Guns before. So that's fun.
All right, look, I know we've done some ratchet shit in the history of this channel, but this is probably the most cursed gun we've ever fired. Many moons ago on this channel, on an episode of Cursed Gun Images, we showed you one of the most abhorrent firearms we've ever presented on this channel. It was this one, the most cursed Martini Henry I have ever seen in my life. Crazy part about it? It was a real gunbroker listing. We'll go over that listing here in a second because it's one of the funniest fucking things I've ever read. But many of you said, Brandon, since this gun's for sale, obviously you need to buy it, which is just ridiculous. I'm not gonna spend my hard-earned money buying every little cursed gun that pops up on the internet, just most of them. So today, we are going to be showing you and test firing the most cursed gun we've ever featured on this channel. It's wobbling. I can feel it shaking in my hands. And we're gonna hope it doesn't explode. There's a few reasons for us to think it will. Get into those in a sec. The things I do for your viewing pleasure.
Oh, please, you wanted it too.
Now this is what a Martini Henry is supposed to look like. Well, I mean, sort of. This is kind of a Khyber Pass look-alike, but still, single shot, chambered in .303 British.
Wait, hold
notably, looks like an actual historic.
Did he say that that one was a Khyber Pass?
Now this is what a Martini Henry is supposed to look like. Well, I mean, sort of. This is kind of a Khyber Pass look-alike, but still, single shot.
Oh my gosh!
Chambered in.
He didn't even bother getting a real Martini Henry for the comparison. He bought another Khyber Pass clone. Oh my gosh! For anyone watching this who doesn't know the context, Khyber Pass is famous for making knockoff firearms, and a lot of them are super duper sketchy. Some of them are actually pretty decent, but a lot of them are super duper sketchy.
303 British, notably looks like an actual historical firearm. But what if somebody took this and decided, you know what, maybe we have M16 at home? And unfortunately, that same asshole had access to a welder. So I present to you M16 at home. Well, I mean, maybe not a home, probably like a crack house. But still, we have this right here, which, again, single shot. So not only is this a Khyber Pass build, which is already pretty sketchy, also kind of sketchy because you just look at all the globs of fucking weld everywhere all over it. But even looking into the chamber here, just look at how the barrel face is cut away for the ejector. Nothing about this instills great confidence. Like nothing at all. But you know what we say here on the channel, never let cowardice be the enemy of science. I've never said that before. But I'm saying it now, so still counts. So that's a cinder block and a piece of wood?
Don't forget the blanket.
All right, so we didn't have a lead sled, so we kind of rigged one up.
All right, that was a complete reset. All right, that was a complete reset. That better fix it.
Firing in 3, 2, 1. Okay, well, that's not too bad. Oh, so our gun is still intact. Oh, hey, and it actually ejected. I kind of had money that it wouldn't. Means the casing didn't expand too much and our chamber is not so ghetto that, you know, it got stuck. In colloquial terms, great success.
Yeah, you're doing it right.
Okay, it just sucks. Got it. Adapt, improvise, come. Improvise, adapt, get stuck on the blanket. There you go. No crazy swelling.
No, it looks fine.
Now comes the part of the video where I have to fire this myself. So since this is still sketch as fuck, for the first round, just to feel it out and to make sure, just in case it, you know, we got lucky the first time, I'm gonna do that.
He said it's black powder, so that's gonna be a lot of smoke.
Patented.
Black powder is so smoky that that's a major part of the reason why they would wear colorful uniforms once upon a time. Because after 2 or 3 volleys, you could not see the enemy. So the bright, colorful uniforms were to slightly improve your ability to identify friend from foe.
And to make sure, just in case it, you know, we got lucky the first time, I'm gonna do the patented Khyber Pass test fire method, and I'm not fucking around. Well, I'm fucking around on patented. I don't know if they have those yet. Well, they grab the gun with their left hand, because, you know, don't want to lose your right hand, and just kind of hold it out and pull the trigger. Kind of more up like that, I'm sure. So that the right hand is back here, away from the breech, just in case something goes wrong, and the back of the gun's not pointed directly at your face, which can have negative repercussions.
Hey, you're in debt. Now, the sad part about that joke is that statistically speaking, 3/4 of American households are actually in some form of debt. And with the current system, it's not hard to imagine why. Millions of Americans are experiencing some form of debt, and fees and calls can pile up monthly unless you fight back. PDS Debt has already helped hundreds of thousands cut their debt and put their money right where it belongs, back in their pocket, not the banks. Whether it's personal loans, credit cards, or medical debt, PDS Debt has solutions that are custom for you to get yourself out of debt. And there's no minimum credit score required. They're here to help you save money and pay off your debt faster. And they're A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and have thousands of 5-star reviews. Why? Well, as I said, they've helped hundreds of thousands of people pay off their debt faster. So don't wait another month. Start taking back control within 30 seconds. Start taking back control by getting your free debt assessment at pdsdebt.com/bh. That's pdsdebt.com/bh. pdsdebt.com/bh. And once again, we'd like to thank our channel sponsor, Sonoran Desert Institute, over at sdi.edu. If you've ever wanted to get your start in gunsmithing and weapons technology and didn't know where to look, I'd check out the links down in the description and in the pinned comment. So that way you don't end up doing shit like that. I mean, just fucking look at it. Only you can prevent cursed gun images.
You know what's funny is that now that I'm...
And as for my channel, since we're doing this, if you want to help support my channel, please click the link to Xola in order to purchase Stellar Warfare, who is kind enough to partner with me. Thank you.
the nominee for my congressional seat, I should probably stop taking unnecessary risks like this. You know,
He probably
things
should.
that could potentially kill me, because I'm pretty sure if that happens, the Democrat wins by default. I mean, this won't kill me. You can still do the job if you're like slightly maimed. Why are they all the way back there, man? Thanks, Jake. Thank you. All right. Actually, you know what? Take off my fucking Breitling first. Can lose a hand. I like the watch. Sketchy packing
Okay.
test fire in 3, 2, 1. Hot. Not bad. Yeah, you know, maybe this thing's growing on me. Not really, but I got a little bit more confidence now.
I think it's that Martini Henry action, which is admittedly quite satisfying.
So now we're gonna shoulder fire it with this wonderful hard buttstock and a very ergonomic bolt sticking right where it goes in your shoulder. What could go wrong? I say as I put this thing next to my face. Firing! Not too bad. Let's do another. That bolt really doesn't feel very nice. But all in all, not horrible. I mean, it's horrible. I mean, the recoil's not horrible. And it didn't explode, which frankly is better odds than I gave it going in.
To be fair, downloaded black powder Martini Henry. Oh. Thank you very much, Up To. Very appreciated. And yes, that apparently still works. After all the other things that have broken, it's like, oh, who would have thunk? I completely forgot what I was gonna say. Doesn't show up on the month donations. Give it a minute. That always like took a couple minutes to actually register. So I would be willing to say, all right, let's see if in like 5 minutes that donation bar updates.
The recoil's not horrible. And it didn't explode, which frankly is better odds than I gave it going in.
I remember what I was going to say. Martini Henry is a decently chunky caliber, regardless of which one you're looking at. But black powder reduces your recoil noticeably. Downloading it so it's not as hot as it's supposed to be, even with black powder, reduces your recoil. And to be perfectly frank, I don't think that this is the usual super lightweight plastic that it's supposed to be made out of. I'm pretty sure that a lot of that's going to be like cheap scrap metal and stuff, which is going to make it heavier than it's supposed to be, which will also reduce your recoil. Martini Henry is one of the best things Britain ever made. True. The only better single shot is Remington Rolly Block. False.
Behold, a shitpost. All right, look, I know we've done some ratchet shit in the history of this channel, but this is probably the most cursed gun we've ever fired. God, imagine just carrying this into the ghetto. You know, Khyber Pass is kind of notorious for a bunch of improvised and frankly thrown together weapons. This one takes the cake. Not only did this start life as a Khyber Pass Martini Henry, it actually got somehow fucking worse throughout its lifetime. The Martini Henry, a very influential rifle throughout world history, mostly because of British imperialism.
At 100 yards, volley fire, present!
Turns out Alfred had some lore before he worked for Bruce Wayne, but it also had a lasting impact on the Middle East. So
the movie is called Zulu, and it's really, really, really good.
a lot of Pakistani reproductions of the Martini Henry, which is where this, well, Mama said you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. This technically legal firearm first got born, which is why, and I gotta bring you over for this, some of the markings make absolutely no fucking sense. For example, this is fucking gibberish, and as far as the date stamped, it's a 1-9, so 19, and then an upside down 2, upside down 3, with an upside down 2 right above this crown. So, I mean, they got the spirit, I guess. But that's where this Martini Henry started life. Where it ended up was in the United States, where somehow we did something worse to it. Some gunsmith, and I use that term loosely, looser than the Rolling Stones definition of neo-Nazi, still haven't decided.
Yeah. Ignoring the Das Kapital and Communist Manifesto, he also has
decided whether or not I'm gonna fucking sue you, by the way. I don't think the—
Do it! I challenge him to sue. I will donate to him again if he sues. Because a parent is not alleged. They can hide behind alleged. They can't hide behind a parent.
Still haven't decided whether or not I'm gonna fucking sue you, by the way. I don't think the word apparent means what you think it means, but it's doing more heavy lifting than Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. So from what I was told by the guy who sold it to me is that a lot of this stuff was done by a gunsmith in the United States. And we're gonna go through some of what was done, but they finished the job. And to what degree they did that, I don't know, and I don't know if I wanna know. But before we go too far, I think we just need to read the original Gunbroker listing because it is just, it's a work of art. One of a kind, Holy Grail Khyber Pass Martini Henry M16 clone, 303 British. For sale is a one of a kind, Holy Grail, absolute stone mint. Important and rare, limited edition Martini Henry, rebarreled to 303 British, dressed up to look like an M16. This
Rebarreled to 303. You're telling me the Khyber Pass people actually made this thing in, what is it, 5.5? I think it's 5.5 Martini Henry. What's the, I forget the number. It's the Martini Henry cartridge, but I forget what the actual caliber is. 4.5. Is it? 577. All right. Well, yeah, it's 57745. Okay. Well, most people. All right. I know that this is going to be nitpicking, but most people do refer to it as 577 because there's a lot of 45s already. So, but fair, the bullet is not 577. Anyways, you're telling me that this thing was rebarreled to 303, which also explains the lower recoil because that is a smaller bullet that we are now putting less black powder into. But rebarreled into 303, what? Just because, well, no, hold on. I know why. 303 is easier to get your hands on, and it's still a British round, technically. Kind of, sort of. Does 303 really count as a bullet? Like a proper cartridge?
Sick Puppy is perfectly legal in all 50 states, dressed up to look like an M16. This Sick Puppy is perfectly legal in all 50 states, but looks terrifying. Surely them liberals' heads will be spinning once they find out this scary-looking rifle is just an antique. The butt stock is a modified early M16 stock that has a large bolt head sticking out of it. One shot of 303 and it'll surely be a good massage to your shoulder. This old hoss has an M16 A2 handguard installed and an A2 two front A2 and an A2 two front sight post welded onto the barrel. An A3 carry handle has been added to make this thing look more clone correct. Comes with a cheap Bushnell scope mounted to the carry handle. This portion is an antique. We'll ship direct to your door. Please do not try to shoot this. Who knows this history of this thing and how poorly it was built? Spacebar, spacebar, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Judging by the spell.
That is an ambitious listing. If Brandon didn't buy it, it would the only people who would are people who are like, all right, this is a complete piece of trash. I have to have it and see what it is.
Spacebar, question mark, question mark, question.
Up to the gun started as a Kyber Pass clone. It would not have been rebarreled by the British. And since they're insisting that it was rebarreled in 303, assuming that's true, they not only got a Kyber Pass clone in presumably the original cartridge, besides gluing all that crap to it, they still changed out the barrel, which is getting even scarier because taking apart anything in Kyber Pass is like, is it gonna go back together? And if it does, is it gonna be more safe or less safe? The person selling it isn't in Kyber Pass. It's being sold by an American who is claiming that it was rebarreled.
And how poor.
And might be the person that rebarreled it.
Poorly it was built. Spacebar, spacebar, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Judging by the spelling and punctuation, whoever wrote that description was probably about as drunk as the guy who made this. ADD break. So we're gonna do the classic echelon penetration test. I really just wanna see how much power we're putting out of this thing. I mean, these are pretty downloaded. It's black powder, so it's gonna be a little softer shooting anyway, but it's gonna give us a nice big white puff of smoke. Let's see the damage it does on an echelon can. Actually, 2 echelon cans. Just because, frankly, I'm curious. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and load this thing up. And since I think this scope is nowhere fucking in the ballpark of accurate, I'm just gonna kind of wing this looking down the barrel. So, echelon penetration test in 3, 2, 1. All right, I'll give it to you. That was a lot more power than I was expecting. It was so soft recoiling, I thought it might be a little too underloaded, but the echelon disagrees.
Those cans did, in fact, disintegrate very, very quickly.
Now let's talk about some of the quality craftsmanship that went into this, well, antique. God, this gun is sadder than Ellen DeGeneres finding out Jeffrey Epstein got incarcerated. This whole gun's just bizarre. It's like just a giant Rorschach test. If I look closely enough at the welds, I think
She fled the country. She's still not. Is she still gone? I think she's still gone, right?
I can see my parents fighting. So I'm gonna roll over your way so I can just show just in detail just how bad some of these welds are. I mean, just tack welded right on. And now you would think with this being welded directly to the barrel that would be fairly secure, albeit a bit ghetto.
It's not supposed to do that.
I mean, no. Thing's doing more fucking wobble than a 20-year high school reunion. But don't worry, this is just the handguard. This is just where you grip the rifle. It doesn't have any effect on accuracy. It's not like the scope is attached to the... Oh. Again, one of my favorite parts is the just in ghetto rigging.
Not just for this, but just in general, you're actually not supposed to put your sights on the handguard to begin with. A lot of modern handguards are what are referred to as floating. Now, they're still infinitely better mounted than that thing is, but they're still quote-unquote floating in that they give room for the barrel to move independently with the handguard. As such, a lot of modern rifles, and a lot of older rifles, have the actual place where you want to put your sights back on the receiver that is directly attached to the barrel and thus doesn't move. So, and a lot of people actually don't realize that that's where you're supposed to have it all the way back there, because even if they're not sketchy like that, it's still not accurate to mount your sight to that.
This stock, you know, with this giant lug nut ass bolt on the back. They just cut away part of this original M16 stock to be able to fit this in, which, I mean, that's one way to do it. No clue as well what the fuck was on the end of this, probably an original like front sight post, but that has been completely ground away. Not in a pretty way either. Something tells me whoever did this did not have access to a lathe. Instead, probably a Dremel and copious amounts of methamphetamine. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the front sight post here. So on a normal M16, this would be a front sight post gas block combo. My favorite part is that this A2 front sight is completely too big for the barrel. So there's actually a massive gap. If we could just safely take a look at the front end here. I mean, obviously, you know, weapon is clear, because God knows I would never load this thing in polite company. This isn't even remotely close to the right diameter. I mean, this should be a borderline press fit, and there's just a massive gap here. So they just used big ass globs, just tack welded this shit in place, which again, bang up fucking job. Also, I just love how it's not even remotely symmetrical. Like if you look on this side of it, that's the gap you're working with between the front sight post and the barrel, as opposed to this side. Neat part about the Martini Henry is it might be one of the first ever firearms to have a cocking indicator. So when you pull the trigger, obviously the rifle is clear. Then when you cock it, it shows that the rifle is cocked. One of the weird parts about this one in particular that I have noticed is that, see, that's nice and rigid. As soon as you fire it and it is no longer cocked, that pin immediately just wants to move the fuck out of the gun. So
That's
now you're
not
in.
great.
Now you ain't. Just noticed one of the scope screws wasn't tight. It's a shame. You wouldn't want to throw off the accuracy. All right, now just because I'm morbidly curious, I mean, this is like a fucking poster child for height over bore, and somehow I don't feel like this is very accurate. But we're gonna get.
Here's something real depressing. I've seen worse on better guns. I've seen some people put some absolutely stupid tall sights on their gun.
Give it a shot anyway. So we're gonna be shooting down at that gong. What'd you say that is from here, Jake? Like 30 yards? 35 yards, playing it fast and loose with a high-powered rifle. I'm gonna be using the scope to, I'm gonna try to use this scope to aim directly down at that gong on the left. And I'm really curious to see where the bullet actually goes. If it hits this gong, I'm gonna shit my pants. So aiming the center of the gong.
Please hit. Please hit.
Firing in 3, 2, 1. Hold on, I just want to point out that the scope is wobbling a shitload. That's not me not being able to hold the gun straight. It's literally wobbling all over the fucking place with the light movement of the gun. Fuck it, we ball. 3, 2, 1. Was that like top of the, it was low? Oh wow.
That was,
Huh.
it
We'll
was,
put one more round on it, we'll see.
it was a miss, but that was actually like close.
Low left. Yeah, well, you know what? At 35 yards, if I was aiming center mass, that still would have, you know, been the guy's left leg. So, not completely useless. Like, I just want to show what I'm talking about here. Look right here. Like every part of this. On top of being on this absolute diving board. Like every part. The handguard fucking moves. There's like 18 different axes in which this is just inaccurate.
There's a whole lot of absolutely never in this
Did
gun.
not hit the gong.
I was gonna be very impressed if you did.
I think I hit dirt. That is a really long trigger pull.
Yeah, it's kind of dog shit.
Yeah.
So to wrap this all up nice and tight with a bow, this is not only a cursed weapon, but probably one of the biggest pieces of dog shit I've ever had the misfortune of showing off on the channel. Whoever did this is bad, and they should feel bad, and may God have mercy on your eternal soul. 3 out of 10. Yeah, just as a reminder, this was from the series Cursed Gun Images, which we're probably gonna bring back. What would you guys think about a new Cursed Gun Images video? There have been a few things that have come across my desk that I think are worthy of a Cursed Gun Images video, but I'm gonna need more content. So if you guys have seen any Cursed Gun Images throughout the internet, I hate what I'm about to say, please send them in. I would tell you to use the subreddit because that's what I actually check. However, I know a bunch of you are just gonna use email, my DMs, smoke signal. Doesn't matter where I tell you to send them. It's just gonna flood down my fucking fireplace like Harry Potter letters. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cursed Martini Henry. You know what? You asked for this, so technically, this is on you. This is your fault. Already shifting blame, just like a politician. Fuck. Anyhow, we've actually had this thing laying around for a while. I've been meaning to do this video for a minute. Now we're getting a little bit of a chance. You know, things have calmed down a little bit. Figured it would be nice to take a bit of a return to the basics. The basics of the channel. There's nothing basic about this. This is absurd. Anyhow, if there's anything you guys would like to see coming up, I've actually added a lot of cool stuff to my collection that I haven't showed off yet, including some really cool historical stuff. Bet the media is gonna have a fucking heyday with that. Anyway, I appreciate you guys staying all the way through to the end of the video. And as always, I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next one. Bye. Can we throw this thing away now?
Fuel is my obsession to make the perfect weapon, like Rasputin's rise to the top. Je casse
gun's just a bit of a Rorschach test. If I look closely enough at the welds. Sorry.
Fun. I wouldn't mind a real Martini Henry sometime, but that's probably never going to happen. I'm going to be honest. It performed better than I thought it would. I think that probably says how low my expectations were for the thing, but it seemed like it actually, the bullet consistently went where you pointed it, and it was the sights that were the problem. I was not convinced that the thing could shoot. So there we go. That was, once again, the final boss of Cursed Guns from Brandon Herrera. I don't know why I said it that way. He doesn't even say it that way. What is wrong with me? Anyways. Fun one. We're just going to be jumping into the game. Before we do, I remembered I wanted to give you guys heads up on a couple of news things. So Amazon, owners of Twitch, have announced that even for their Amazon Luna service, which the only people I know that use it because you get free games if you have Twitch Prime and it's linked to Twitch. Now those games and games that you purchased are just being removed from your account. As I told people would happen. Multiple times. They're just, once again, oh, did you spend $60 to buy a game on our Amazon Luna platform that you need to subscribe to just to use? Well, that was your mistake, because we've decided that you still don't get to play those games anymore. We're just removing them from your account. Don't get... keep telling people not to trust any of these digital services, but no, just being paranoid. They'd never take your stuff away the 30th time, right? All right, get into the game before I get too much on this. You guys have no patience for me getting the screen set up, you know that? So yeah, Graveyard Keeper, Breaking Dead. And again, this is currently free. In order to advertise Graveyard Keeper 2 coming out. And it's a Stardew-like. Holy crap! Did we play this on stream at some point? I think we played this on stream at some point, like that's gotta be back when I was Xaifax. Yeah, because my regular plays are on my regular account. It is an ordinary day, and our hero is hurrying home, where someone very important is waiting for him. Even in everyday routine, there's a place for loving and feeling loved. Especially when you know that someone misses you. Yeah, this is an anime isekai. What happened? Where is everything? Calm down, you merely turned a page in your life. A whole new chapter awaits you ahead. I need to go home. Can I go home? There's always a way to get home. Let me see. Your new home is a graveyard. Does that mean I'm dead? It means you're a graveyard keeper now! But I need to go home to my love. Then you need to be a good graveyard keeper. You should dig up Jerry. He'll help you sort everything out. Who? What a strange vision. What is this nightmare? Okay, let's find Jerry. The whole new chapter. I like the old chapter. Can I stay in that chapter? It's where I had all my stuff. Indeed. Holy Sard, I'm a skull! Are you Jerry? Why would you think of Jerry? The man with the red eye told me that I need to dig up Jerry. The red eye? I remember. Oh, Sard, that's right, I'm Jerry. How did you find me? The man told me that you'd answer all my questions. Good, good. But first, let me ask you, who are you and where the Sard are we? Must be dreaming. None of this can be real. You're the new graveyard keeper. What else do I remember? Let me think. I remember that sound. Let's go check it out. Everything is so strange. None of this makes sense. I definitely remember that bell. And a donkey. Something is very wrong with that animal. He could be dangerous. You know, I think it'll be better if I wait here for you. It might scare the poor thing. Unlock new technology. Got blueprint. Donkeys of the world unite. Got a fresh corpse from the town. Wow, a talking donkey. You can understand me! Much to our misfortune. Let's talk. Who are you? I'm cheap labor. This cart isn't mine, so I have to work for the capitalist bastard who owns it. And I only earn 5 carrots a day. Your situation is deeply humiliating. You know where I'm coming from, right, comrade? That bastard pretends that he doesn't understand anything I'm saying. Anyway, I need to go back to town. You get rid of this one, and I'll bring you a new one. What a strange land this is. Hey, what are you staring at? Grab the juicy corpse while it's still fresh. I feel like we should take it to the morgue. I don't remember why. Pretty sure it'll be fun, and might be profitable. Put the body in the autopsy table. Just skipping. We in fact don't want to extract flesh, but I don't think it's gonna let us. No. After cutting flesh from a human corpse, we have learned how to create burgers, sandwiches, and baked meat. You'll get used to it. What should I do with the corpse? I don't know, let's bury it. Take the corpse, I'll wait for you in the graveyard. Unfortunately, this isn't gonna do us a lot of actual good. To be fair, it's higher grade meat than what McDonald's uses. Yeah. Unfortunately, the tutorial is gonna make us deal with this one. We really don't want to be putting this one in here. We'll find out why later. Nicely done. This burial certificate. Remember, money, alcohol, alcohol. I'm sure I sure used to like it a lot. Oh, Sard, here comes the bishop. Here's your boss. Oh, I know. Ask him about this burial certificate. He should know something. Better leave now. I'll be in the morgue waiting for my beer. Dear me, I'm so tired. Why? Why do I have to come here every week? Oh dear, the new keeper. We've been expecting him for 30 years, but he pretends there's nothing wrong. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but your graveyard is a mess. There's no way I'm promoting you to cleric until you fix it. Current location, important location information, graveyard quality. Repair graves, increase graveyard's overall quality. Probably need special resources to do that. Now create a wooden marker. As soon as your graveyard quality is at least 5 skulls, I'll be pleased to promote you. Look like a spiritual leader, and I'm a good judge of character. I'm good at everything. That's why I was chosen, to represent his will. Your predecessor used to keep his stuff in a trunk somewhere here. You should check it. I'll come by again next week. In fact, I come here every purple day. Maybe I'm not dreaming. Did I eat something? Oh, he's waiting. What should I say? Why is it you come here? It's part of my duty, the unpleasant part. It's kind of an old tradition. I don't know much about all the traditions and rituals. I'm just here to represent his might and glory. One tiny question. What is this burial certificate? As soon as the body has been laid to rest, you can trade its burial certificate for money at the village tavern. How can I fix the grave? Just repair all the graves. It wouldn't take me even an hour, but it's your job. I need to go home. There's a talking skull. He forced me to butcher a corpse. A fine joke. I'm a humorist myself. Here's one. Who is BB? Who? I am. Blessed and beautiful. If you run out of repair kits, we'll fix the graveyard. You can always craft new ones. Yeah, it's a Stardew like, but the tech tree gets complicated. I mean, Stardew technically has a tech tree, it just operates on automatic. Actually, wait, no, I don't want to be doing this yet. We gotta worry about other stuff. I don't think there's any good, I don't think that there's any good way to get money yet. I was hoping to have enough to get the teleport stone on this first trip, but I don't know that I can do that in time. And I mostly need the resources I will be harvesting, so I can't sell those. Welcome to the Dead Horse Tavern. I'm Horadric. How can I help you? Came from the graveyard. I woke up here today and things have been crazy since then. Oh, sorry. How could I not have recognized you? Good, this is good. Things are looking bright for our small village. Are you planning on opening the church? Need to fix the graveyard first. Sure, it's been a while since anybody took care of it. So let's get down to business, shall we? How can I help you? What's burial certificate? Bishop told me that you buy my burial certificates. Yes, he's right. As head of the village, according to ancient contract, I have to trade it for money. Of course, only if I have any money. What do you mean? The village is going through hard times. We're short on money. As soon as you open the church, pilgrims will bring lots of shiny coins to the village. I can get back home, can tell where I am, because I really need to get home. My darling will be so worried. You're at the Dead Horse. Okay, it looks medieval. Maybe I traveled through time. And what year is it now? Year? What do you mean? Time it takes for the Earth to make one revolution around the sun. Oh, you've been listening to the astrologer's nonsense. Everybody knows the Earth is flat. What did I get you? It's 200 after the ancient contract and 210 after... never mind. What is the name of our beloved kingdom? The kingdom. And it is definitely not beloved here in the village. You have any other questions? I'll trade you some fresh meat. It is a delicacy in our village. I'd be glad to buy it. Just need to see the royal meat stamp on it. Many years ago, there was an accident with an inappropriate meat. Ever since, all meat must be approved by royal authority. I don't need any trouble with the town. Does your meat have a stump? I don't even want to know where you can get unauthorized meat, but wow, it looks really good. But without a stamp, my hands are tied. Where can I get the stamp? Oh, you can send a form to the royal court through the mailbox near your church, but it'll cost you a bundle. But there's another way. I'll tell you just because we're neighbors. Come closer. There's this guy called Snake. I think he has a fake royal stamp. But to be honest, I haven't seen him for a while. You can ask Miss Charm. She comes here every red day. I bet she can help you find Snake. Bookkeeper, could you kindly take this letter to our local blacksmith, Cresvold? Southeastern corner of the village. Yeah, we need that badly. Hey, what are you staring at? Nothing, just looking around. I think I'm the keeper of the local graveyard. Ask who you are? Fortunately, I'm the local blacksmith. My name is Griswold. Give him the letter. I have a letter for you from Hordrek. A letter, of course, 1 minute away. And he can't be bothered to come himself. I guess old habits never die. Thank you, sorry for my nagging. It seems it's my new habit. Slimes again. Hordrek has asked me to get rid of them. I don't have the time for those pesky little bastards, but maybe you can help. Take this rusty sword and an energy potion. The sword is broken, but you can repair it with a whetstone on the grinder right behind me. You can keep the whetstone. Maybe you'll need it to repair a shovel sometime. If you manage to kill them, bring me their remains and I'll spare you some materials. You should be right up the other side of my house, near the puddles. You know what? I like to work with metal myself. Where can I find some more? Find some of the lore in swamp soil. It's a huge swamp in the west, across the river. Used to collect ore there before the bridge collapsed. True, rats in a tavern basement are worse. Good job, take this whetstone. Just sharpen your broken tools and they'll be good as new. Nope, I can't even sell those in order to try to get it. Alright, homeward bound we go. Are the roads safe, I wonder? As we pass a scary guy with an axe. Psst, come here. Where have you been? I was at the village. This place is so weird, but it feels so real. Everybody is okay with me just appearing out of nowhere. Sorry, you're stealing my thoughts. Stealing. I remember there's a cellar in your cottage. Some provisions must be stored there. Wheat, exactly. I remember baking bread and pies, sweet berry pies. Toast, onion toast. Oh, that's good with beer. Sorry. You know what? I need a beer. If you feel like a one-sided relationship, bring me beer and I'll tell you a lot of important stuff. Like how you can get home. Yes, can you tell? That was rhetorical. Do you look like a magical head with antlers? Yes, technically. Sorry, you smartass. I'll be waiting for that beer at my place. No beer, no answers. What's that sound? Damn gate. I'll come here every night if I have to, but I'll get through eventually. He says that he immediately leaves without trying to do anything. Looks like I can remove this blockage and fortify the arch. Supplies! And experience points. Recipe, simple and tasty. Baked mushrooms and baked apple. Oh, I missed one. All right. Well, I'm going to need all of these, so might as well throw one on here. And unlike Stardew Valley, you can work in whatever hours you want, and you can sleep whatever hours you want. I'm so refreshed. This is not good. Not good at all. Who do you think you are? I'm the new graveyard keeper. Hooray, a kipper. Wow, I've been here for, how long? I'm Yorick. Alas, so lonely, poor me. It's too bad you're here. Wait, no, on the contrary, I'm very glad to see you. We do have a rather unpleasant fellow buried here. We'd really like to have a new neighbor instead. Does that sound like something you can help us with? I'm not exactly sure why I'm here, actually. Jerry only told me about burying bodies. You're Yorick, and he's Jerry. Funny. Ah, the half-dead skull, the jealous bastard. You can only dream of what a peaceful rest we're having. Who am I kidding? It's terrible here, especially that guy down the lower right corner grave. He's so mean. Could you just get rid of him? Just dig him up and throw him in the river? I could even give you the license that I stole back when I was alive. What license? Such a dummy. To dig up a corpse, you need a license. The old keeper used to buy them through the mailbox near the church. This is why I was trying to check the skull ratings. I already forgot what they were. Because you don't actually need to get a specific one. Anyone will do. And I think that's going to be it. Because these are -3. But they also add 3. This only adds 1. What do you think you're doing here? Ghost asked me to get rid of this body. So what, now you're just going to do everything he asks? It's not like he could do anything to you. He's disembodied. Whereas I can bite you to death while you're sleeping. Of course, I never do anything like that because we're friends, but you get my point, right? Anyway, if you ask me, the best way to get rid of a body is to burn it. How can I burn a body? Oh, first, do you know where the river leads? River somewhere down to the town, I think. Right. You know what? You're one of those guys that looks a lot smarter than they actually are. Thanks. That's what I'm talking about. You need fire and some wood. It's a bit tricky to make the whole thing burn to ash. Where can I burn it? You need a nice quiet place, like the place I use for my meditation. Across the road from the mortuary entrance, near the cliff. Yeah, but I think we need to unlock multiple technologies to be able to do anything about that. Oh, wait a minute. That's not giving me any experience points. Never mind. I'm going to leave those there for now. Yeah, we got to research the crematorium, unfortunately. That's actually going to be easier to make than I remembered it being. Oh, I could just make that, but I think... Oh, I need to save the bit of metal until I can make more. That's right. Now I remember. It has been a while since I played this game. Okay, I've got 17. Mining is very important. Yeah, you can't never sleep because this is how you get your energy back and how you save the game. It's just that you can work on whatever schedule you want. Good, it's much nicer without him at the graveyard. I'm still so sad though. I'm so lonely. I was bad when I was alive. I should have been a better person. What do you mean? We're dead, but we still deserve some respect. Oh, fine, I'll tell you. Each corpse is a soul's vessel. It bears the mark of his life. Sins are red. Good deeds are yellow. Or white. Yellow? Where did I get yellow from? Even the best decorations can't make a graveyard peaceful place when it is full of... I'm not sure that I understand what you're talking about. I'm sure you don't. You better take a good care of the graveyard. I'll be watching you. Can't do anything. I'm so sad. Garden, property in forfeiture for commercial use. Contact Avenue Hordrick. We'll ask him about it next time that we have to take a certificate out for a body. Aha. Well, we gotta get food somehow, and it's the only thing I can cook right now. Resources, and I need technologies. I need forging. Oh, I can already build a furnace. Fantastic. Well, technologically speaking, I can build a furnace. Alright, let's get more supplies and then... then we can start building on it. There's the body. There we go. If I remember correct, oh. I could have sworn that removing the fat and the blood was how you improved it, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm remembering. Oh, wait, no, yeah, duh. 2 mistakes, that's why. Off to the tavern we go, because I think the tavern's open 24/7, if I remember right. It hasn't been since 2020, but it's still been a while since I played this. Game is currently free on both PS4 and Steam. I don't know about PS4. Steam, yes. I do not know about PS4. You know how to use the sword, because Will told me about how you helped him. Here, have a beer. It's on the house. It's your new graveyard keeper, so I've been told. But how did you know? Well, if you live as long as I have, you'll probably learn how to read people too. Thank you for following! Where's my manners? I'm Mrs. Chain, Horadric's wife. Nice to meet you. I have a few questions about... Oh, you better talk to my husband. He's in charge around here. He's not the only tavern keeper, but also the elected head of the village. Besides, Rory does like to talk. All I can do is sell you some recipes. Garden? Found an abandoned garden in the graveyard. Can you tell me anything about it? Oh, the garden. It was seized by the merchant to cover someone's debts. I can't find anybody who will make any use of it. If you give your permission to use the garden, who else would agree to grow crops near the graveyard? You should find someone who will use it. He said that the garden belonged to the merchant. It's a bit tricky. He has the right to rent it, but everything north of the path to the town is village property. We have a democratic community here, and I'm head of it. I see. Good, but you still need to talk to the merchant. It's his property. It's not exactly proper to give you permission without his approval, but it'll be fine if you just promise to settle the details with him later. Sure, I'll talk to him. He comes to trade with the locals every brown day. He owns the barn just south of the tavern. Really? Why can I not buy this? Oh, duh. More supplies. Well, because I ended up getting hungry and needing to eat more, now my energy's doing its dropping off thing again. I am not sure what the best place to put this is, and I'm low on supplies. Oh yeah, game is incredibly resource intensive. I guess technically the sawhorse is the next thing that needs to be done. Oh, right. I also need to actually make this thing. Aha! And now... clean up the town and get free resources. Yeah, I do need to do the sawhorse. I'm gonna stick it here and assume that's a place where it's gonna fit. Because I need to make a ton of these. No, we didn't. I'm kind of deliberately pausing the game's progress at a moment while I get things set up. Though if my energy doesn't come back soon, I may need to call this early tonight. Inquisitor! I've just seen the Inquisitor right nearby, going up the path to Witch Hill. Oh, sorry, he'll kill me, or even worse. Calm down, I'll go distract him. Maybe I'll find something on the hill that will help me get home. I'm ignoring all my responsibilities, trying to get as many supplies as possible. Pretty much. You've unlocked the Inquisitor's Joy. Everything is ready. Yeah, everything is ready, Monsieur. Good. Were there any problems? No, Monsieur. Or Monseigneur. Good grief. Except there was this strange fellow snooping around. Oh, there he is. Halt! Guys, calm down. I live here at the graveyard. He calls us guys? Why, he's a cultist for sure! I'm the graveyard keeper. Work as the keeper of the local graveyard. You can ask all the villagers about me. Then you're definitely a new one. I feel that you're telling the truth. Would you join me at the witch burning ceremony? It would be my honor. So how did you find yourself in such an interesting position? Actually, I'm from another world. I'm not entirely sure how I got here. I need to get back home to my love. I don't think it's an appropriate time for jokes. I don't appreciate your general demeanor. Here I am, the Grand Inquisitor. I protect the one true faith in humankind itself. We're having a tough time in town. The ship of the dead is already overloaded, and there's a new one stuck in the shipyard. Your graveyard is opening again at a suspiciously auspicious time. The dark cult is rising. I can feel it. Righteous anger rises with it in my soul. We've burned thousands of witches and heretics for 30 years. It's only the beginning. Burn the witch! Burn! Light the fire! Yes! Long live the Great Inquisitor! Alright, more caffeine. So, you work with a lot of dead bodies, huh? Yes, I think it's part of my job. You live right beside this hill, near the graveyard, that right? Yes. Interesting, interesting. You know, I need someone to be my friend here at the village. A friend of mine is a friend of the Holy Inquisition. I don't trust the villagers. They don't go to church and even refuse to lay in their graves after death. But you're new here. You might notice something unusual. Agree to be his friend. Sure, it'll be a pleasure to be your friend. A wise choice. Friendship is based on trust and goodwill. To earn my trust and to be the friend of the Inquisition, you will first have to show your goodwill. So, I have a couple of minor tasks for you. What kind of tasks? Everything in due time. Today is a day of wrath, not a day of sweating the minor details. We can talk the next brown day, or any other brown day. I like to come here. There is no other place where I could feel my holy wrath so deeply. He refuses to be burned. Indeed. Wait, is there anything I can pick up while I'm here before the gate locks and closes? Also, I hate that that music was actually pretty good for this. Okay, so that can give me permanent access if I find anything. Alright. We are not going to repair it. It is cheaper to sell it and buy a new one. It does unfortunately mean the end, because that gate locks when you leave. Alright. Stockpile, anvil. Darn it, I need more sticks. Dropping spot is good. Ah. I choose to save my energy restoring stuff mostly for when I really need it and I'm away from being able to just sleep. You guys give sticks, right? Alright, where are we? Actually, I think that's all I can make right now, but I'm gonna need to make more stuff. Fine, I'll go give it to him. Wait, why did I... Wow, what a disappointment. I think I need something stronger. Alright, you seem like a decent guy, so here's some advice. Stop running around bragging that you're from another world. Today you whisper that to a drinky buddy at tavern. Tomorrow your face is on every pole in the town. So you want to keep yours? Just stop. He's right, I should be more careful. So what was your question? Get back home. Easy, I'm sure you could use the portal on which hill? We just need to go through it or what? I need to turn it on first. I obviously don't have a brain inside here, so I'm not sure where this knowledge is coming from. I told you everything I can remember. Maybe some books from a library could help me. Well, the church has a library in its cellar. Or maybe the astrologer knows something. He's a smart man. He used to steal books from libraries when he was a kid. Obviously through a church, and I think your wine cellar might be connected to the church cellar. Oh, even the morgue is connected. There's a network of tunnels down here. I used to like fishing. I remember fishing. But I gotta fish this sard. I've got no hands to show how big it was, but believe me, it was huge. I hate fish tails. And once, you know what? I need to go. For sure, it's nice to have legs. Don't forget to bring me some wine. Oh, he's so smart and very cheerful, though I don't know him personally, I think. His wine was the best, and he was a big friend of the lighthouse keeper. He used to hang out at the lighthouse every... Where's the lighthouse? Somewhere near, let's see, Sarda, I don't remember. Those questions are frustrating. You're not a very good friend, you know? I'm glad I know how to get the most... I remember how to get the most out of these dead bodies. Make of that what you will. Okay, music just stopping there was concerning. I think that I can... Oh, no, never mind. I thought maybe I'd be able to unlock another teleport on this side. Maybe I can. So it says we can just teleport home and don't need to worry about walking the whole way. Aha! Oh, something tasty and smoky. Looking for someone to read your palm, you should go to the town. Over there scrambling to earn enough to buy a scrap of bread. Aha! I may in fact be unlocking locations. Oh. What is this place? The path leads to the mountain fort. No entry is permitted. I am in fact incorrect. No, I didn't unlock anything. No! Stockpile, furnace, anvil, sawhorse, chopping spots. Oh, wait. If I remember correctly. Aha! These don't affect my skulls, right? Right. So they're good for points. Now with the glass unlock, I think there was a sand pit up here. Can I now? Nope, I still need technology. Yeah, that's just a big energy drop off for me, unfortunately. I think we're gonna make it till the next time I need to go to sleep. Very short stream today. Unfortunately. What was I gonna do? Finding a skeleton in the last record, isn't that what Jerry is literally a ripoff of? Yeah, I don't like calling it early, but my energy is just dropping. And I'm caffeinating, but it's not coming back. Okay. Oh. Beekeeping is good. This is what we need, but we need those 5 first. Where's the getting sand and clay? What am I missing? Be friend. Oh, wow, okay. Sudden darkness. Hello. Fortunately, you came in at the wrong time, as I am about to call it. My energy just dropped like a stone. Sorry about that. I know I normally go for significantly longer, but I'm just not going to make it this time. That's what I was thinking of. Carpenter's bench. Yeah, our goal is to get as much as we can before we're gated by the blues, because we have to open the church to get the blues, But once we open the church, we have other requirements and schedule things to worry about. Which is why I want to get as far along as I can before we're worrying about that. That is, admittedly, you know, not getting us too far along, but it is a start. Well, no, we gotta do that in order to advance the game. I just want to be better ready before we're doing that. What an abode. Okay. You want to be loved by me. Okay. She is a sprite, and you could tell that. Anyways. New technology. Hi. What do you want? I am a graveyard keeper and I want to ask you some questions. You see, you know how many times a day I hear that same mumbling? I have no time for you, little man. Come back when you have more faith in yourself. But, ciao. Hey, friend, can I have a moment? What did Miss Charm tell you? Literally to go away. Ah, always so classy. She would never talk to just anyone. I'm not just anyone. I am the local graveyard keeper. Soon to be prior of the local church. Upronew. I'm a well-known poet in certain circles. Like the guy sitting next to me. My name is Wagner. One day, I'll read my poem to her, and then we'll... But first, I need to write it. And I am catastrophically out of paper and ink. If you can get me some. You may have some of it in your church, or you can make it. I'm just not used to manual labor, but a skillful man such as you could surely do it easily. Also, you could go get some from the old astrologer. He used to go to the lighthouse every blue day. He was my supplier before we had this ridiculous fight. He's an old and mad, whereas I've been studying for almost 3 years at the town university. Can you believe he turned out to be an idiot? He told me that the earth is round. What nonsense! Flat as a pan. This astrologer must be the smartest man around. Maybe he'll be able to help me get back home. It's on a cliff to the east of the village. It hasn't seen active use in a while. Bless the dead horse for staying open. One day I'll write a poem about this place. Maybe even a couple lines about you. Alright, let's go explore the south first. Well, it's not a matter of that. Right now, the dead bodies are our primary source of income. Okay? And once we advance to a certain point, the dead bodies come with a cost. And I want the free dead bodies while I can get them. Darn it, is there no way up? Ah! Holy mackerel boy! You look like someone who desires to be part of the magical world of fishing! I don't know much about fishing. Lucky you, I know a whole lot about fishing. It's so relaxing, it can be profitable, plus fish are really tasty. Sounds great, I'm in. Smart choice, my boy. I'll provide you with everything you need to know and teach you how to cook fish. To learn how to cook fish? You show me how you do it? You can always just grill it, but first I like to slice it and fry the slices in oil. Then just pop the fish sticks in your mouth. Learn bake fish, fish soup, and fish nuggets. And you know what else? When you eat fish, you start to think like a fish. Good fisherman always eats a lot of fish. I use a rod. Do you have one you can give me? That I do, my boy. I have an old one, but I'm not just gonna handing it over as a gift. I'll ask you to bring me some moths. They're good as bait, but you can only catch them at night, and I can hardly make out anything when it's dark. I can also just buy a simple fishing rod if I don't want to trade for it. But no, we'll do the moths. Let's see if there was anything else down the south. If there is south to go. There's a little south. And now we do have another unlock! And with that, we are going to call it for the night. I'm going to bed to save. And yeah, I'm trying to keep up my energy, but it's like I'm going to start dragging very, very soon. And it's just not going to be fun for anybody. Sorry about that. I do thank you for hanging out while we had this half stream. Thank everyone for helping out on Trovo and DLive while they were around. Looks like the end is nigh for those two, though. Again, if you're watching on Trovo or DLive, which DLive is not presently streaming to anymore, but if you're watching nonetheless, please check out my solo for other places to follow me if you wish to continue to follow me. If you wish to support the channel, once again, please check out my links, in particular the Xsola site for Stellar Warfare, which is kind enough to give me an affiliate link. Hope you all have a great week. Be safe. Get your taxes done. And I will catch you next time. Later, all.